Hey guys, I'm at the hospital and I'm stable, and I actually feel pretty good considering. I'm sorry if I scared any of you by having a seizure on the live stream. That absolutely wasn't the ending I had in mind. But I started the radiation Friday, and they said it was a risk of seizure, and they told me I wasn't allowed to drive until the radiation's been completed for 3 months because of that seizure risk, so I knew it was a risk. I've never had a seizure in my life, but all through this brain cancer, they've been asking me over and over again if I've had seizures because of where the tumor is located in my head. So part of me was thinking it's just a matter of time, but I guess the radiation on Friday caused a bit of extra inflammation, and it finally pushed me over the edge. My wife and kids had just arrived in the house. They were out. They literally came in 2 minutes before. And let me tell you, these guys are a well-oiled machine. My stepson went out front, waited for the ambulance, and guided them in. And, my stepdaughter was downstairs helping mom stabilize me until the fire department and ambulance came. And unfortunately for the fire department, I'd gained like 35 pounds since I went on all these drugs. And they had a hell of a time getting me out of the basement. And I was like no help at all. Because while I was laying flat, I was having a really hard time getting air. So the first challenge was getting me seated, and once they got me seated, I was able to get some air. But I was too weak to assist in any way, and they had to carry me up about 15 stairs out of my basement. So I'll be moving my office up out of the basement, obviously, because, just can't risk things. And I'm just struggling with what to do now because, I was walking 20 miles a week. So could you imagine if I was 3 miles from my house out walking at night with my glow-in-the-dark vest and this happened? Do I need to wear a helmet now? Well, they did a CAT scan, speaking of that, just to make sure there's no bleeds going on. So I'm waiting for the results of that. So just guessing at this point, I imagine I'm going to have to go on anti-seizure medication. And I'm not doing radiation until I talk to the oncology team. I'm just not doing anything more until I talk to them. I don't care. I want to talk to them first because this really scared me. And it's the last thing I need. And with my type of tumor, the number one most curative treatment is a full resection, which I've already had. So that's the most effective treatment. This is adjuvant treatment. It's just stacking on it a little bit in my favor, so I'm going to be reassessing if that's how I want to proceed. My faith is in God to guide me. I'll be praying on this. And given that I've had a seizure, the best anti-seizure diet in the world is a keto diet, and since I can't do running anyway, I'll probably have to restart my keto diet to keep the seizures away. But we'll see. Until I can talk to the oncology team, I'm not going to make any decisions. And for anyone who's watching the live stream, I'm sorry if you were frightened, but I am okay now. I am stable. I just have a very slight headache from falling out of my chair. I'm sure I banged my head around the back a few times. But no sign of what they call a thunderclap headache, which is a dangerous kind. So my wife's here with me at the hospital. She's been great. This has been very hard on her tonight. She wasn't expecting this at all. And, this is just life with cancer, man. I guess I'm just really starting to find out what the war is all about. So, in some ways, I'm glad it was out there because this is a side of cancer people don't get to see. And although it might be a little embarrassing for me to have it out there, there's lots of people go through this quietly. So, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I saw that Terry wrapped up with the prayer I had sent him. I'm really glad he did. To me, I just love that prayer. And that'll become part of my nightly prayers. And I hope I'll be sharing with you all the prayer card I created so that anyone who wants to use that prayer can use it. So I'll be sharing that on my Facebook page, I imagine, and my community tab, so you can just watch for that. Because I really think it's a beautiful prayer. And, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, because I really felt it encapsulates everything someone with cancer in their family needs to hear. So, again, I'm pretty tired. Probably going to have a little nap and wait for the doctor. And I imagine I'll give my next update tomorrow, but just know that I'm doing okay and that God is with me. And I thank you for all your prayers and support and love. And Terry, thanks for filling in for me, brother. You know, we've had a very eventful friendship since we met. At least I'm not boring, right? Okay. Anyway, this is your friend, Big Northern Bear, out. God bless.